Hi dear friends, my name is Marina, and in this video we'll talk about the full moon that we have on the 9th of July, and then we're going to say a few words about the week ahead. So it will be about the week between the 10th and the 16th of July. Okay, so let's start with the full moon, which, as we said already, is on the 9th of July. The full moon is in Cancer and Capricorn. Basically, the moon is on the 18th degree in Capricorn and the sun is on the 18th degree in Cancer. And what does the full moon mean? So we have the sun and the moon in opposition. And the sun symbolizes our conscious mind, what we are aware of, what are our goals, what we want to achieve. On the other hand, the moon represents more our instincts or our unconscious mind, some emotions that we might be aware of, but we may not be aware at the same time. So when we have these two planets in opposition, this is the time when we can see, or we might become aware of some kind of unconscious models or some kind of beliefs, or we might realize that we have some kind of inner conflict, that from one side we want to achieve something in certain area of our life, but on the other hand something which is beyond our control, is for example, being some kind of obstacle for us, or at least we need to make some kind of change. So for all of us, when we have the full moon in Cancer and Capricorn, it suggests that this is the time when we can make some changes in the areas which are related with Cancer and Capricorn. So it can be something about our social goals, or something related with our career, or how we want others to see us, because Capricorn is a sign which is related with society, with our reputation, or how we want to look for others. On the other hand, Cancer is a sign which is related with the inner side of things, so what we feel on the inside, with our emotions, or also things related with family, with our home, or with our safety. And actually safety or security is a key word. It's really important when we talk about Cancer and Capricorn, because both of these signs are related with this. So we might be really concentrated on these things, and this is the time when we can change something which will help us to feel more secure, to feel more stable in our life. Definitely that's what we may need. Stability is extremely important, especially for Capricorn. So yeah, this is a time when for example, some things which you have kept for yourself, or you have been through but on an emotional level, now you may want to make this visible for others. So for example, to reveal how you feel, to express your emotions as well. And also some changes related with your social goals. So for example, if you would like to change something related with your career, or some kind of work projects, this might be a time when some important changes might happen. And we said that actually the sun and the moon are on the 18th degree in Cancer and Capricorn, which means that if you have a planet which is close to this degree, so the 18th degree in one of the cardinal signs, so these are Aries, Libra, Cancer and Capricorn, then in this case the full moon will have a much stronger impact on your life. And we also need to pay attention on the aspects that the full moon has, because there are really many aspects from the other planets, and that increases the flow of the energy. So basically we have Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto making aspects with the sun and the moon at the same time. So you can see how strong and how what intense energy actually supports the full moon. And first we have Mars. Actually, Mars is in conjunction with the sun and in opposition with the moon. And we know that Mars is the planet related with our personal will, with our actions, physical strength, and like strong motivation. So from one side, when Mars is in conjunction with the Sun, it can help us to be more, to take some fast decisions, and there can be a lot of dynamics here. But on the other hand, we might be more nervous, we might be more impatient. Some conflicts are possible as well. And people might have a very strong desire to show their power. And on the other hand, we have Pluto in conjunction with the moon and in opposition with the sun. So basically, the opposition between Mars and Pluto is strongly accentuated by the full moon. And this is a combination that can bring some kind of conflict situation, definitely. There is a risk for, people might be more impatient. Different kind of conflicts are possible. People can be even more violent in some cases. And really here, the topics about power, the topics about our personal strength and, our personal will are extremely important. So from one side, you may feel like, you're stronger and you're more decisive, you're ready to take some concrete actions, but on the other hand, there might be some kind of obstacles, and probably these obstacles can be related with another person, because the opposition is an aspect that includes communication with someone else. And yeah, you may need to make some kind of compromise, but it's not easy, because Mars and Pluto, they can relate a very strong inner desire, to control the situation, to feel your power. And on the other hand, somebody else may try, to control you, or at least you may feel in this way. So really the topics about power are extremely important. And we need to be careful how we communicate with others, because we might be, as I said, more impulsive or unnecessarily rude with others. But if you need, to step into some kind of conflict situation in order to find a solution, or to get things clearer, then this opposition actually can help you to feel stronger, to feel mobilized, and to feel like you have the control over the situation. The other aspects that we have is next we have Jupiter, which squares the Sun and the Moon at the same time. Jupiter is in Libra, as we know, for a long time, and it squares the Sun and the Moon at the same time, which means that basically we have a Tau square. And the Tau square is a configuration that brings some kind of challenges for us. We need to overcome something or to fight for something, and we need to make some concrete steps, some actions in order to achieve what we want. And Jupiter is actually in the apex of this configuration, which means that it makes the two square aspects. And the planet in the apex is the strongest planet, so it suggests that you may really, or we actually can be very ambitious to achieve something. Jupiter is a planet that wants us to grow in something, to have success, to feel satisfied. And when Jupiter is in the apex of the configuration, we may really be very ambitious. We may have a strong desire for some kind of success. And the squares with the Sun and the Moon suggest that it won't be easy for us. But on the other hand, if we put some kind of efforts, then the results can be very positive. Then we have also Uranus, which makes two karmic aspects with the Sun and the Moon. Uranus makes a dinonagon with the Sun and centagon with the Moon. And the karmic aspects are very interesting because they may have a very sudden influence, unexpected, but it can be for a short time. And Uranus is also a planet that has a very sudden and sometimes even shocking impact on our lives. So these situations during the next 2 weeks can be related with some kind of unexpected surprises. Sometimes they might be a little shocking for us, but on the other hand, we have the chance to to make some radical changes, mostly in the way we are thinking, or for our plans. For example, of course, it depends where the full moon will fall in your horoscope, but generally speaking, the karmic aspects that Uranus makes with the full moon can help us to make some changes. This is, the most important thing for Uranus, to make some kind of changes. And we have also Neptune, which makes positive aspects. So Neptune actually supports the full moon by making a trine with the sun and sextile with the moon. And Neptune is the planet related with our intuition, with our imagination. So we can use this. You need to trust your intuition, or to use it to guide you in terms of the direction that you should take, or the things that you want to change. And of course, Neptune is also related with being more compassionate, or helping someone else, or making some kind of sacrifice. And this will happen in a very natural way. So we won't be forced by the circumstances. It's up to us to decide if we want, for example, to help someone, or even to be more compassionate with yourself. Okay, so now we may say a few words about each of the signs and where the full moon falls in your horoscope. So for Aries, the full moon will be in their 10th and 4th house. So this is a great time to make a change in your career, or to have some kind of materialization of certain project, or some kind of activity that you have started previously. But really, career is the most important area for you, where you can make these changes and achieve some kind of real result. Then for Taurus, the full moon falls in their 9th and 3rd house, which means that this is a great time to change something related with your future goals, with your plans, with your expectations for the future, and also your belief system. Or for example, you may change some kind of plans for traveling or for education as well. Then for Gemini, the full moon will fall in their 8th and 2nd house, which means that this is a great time to change something related with your finances, especially if you have some kind of credits, for example, or loans, or you need somebody else to invest in your projects, then this full moon can really support you. So finances, especially finances coming from others, are really important for you. Then for Cancer, the full moon is really important because it's in their 7th and 1st house, which means that they can change something in terms of their relationships, or with their partner. For example, they may have success in their partnerships, or for example, their partner can support them in something. But really, this is partnerships and relationships are the most important for Cancer. Then for Leo, the full moon is in their 6th and 12th house. And this is, it suggests that Leo can change something related with their work, with their daily responsibilities, daily routines, or something related with their health. Next we have Virgo, and for Virgo the full moon falls in their 5th and 11th house. And this is a time when you can change something related with your personal desires, or also something related with your romantic life. And 5th house is also related with creativity. So for example, if you have some kind of your work is related with creativity or with art, then this full moon can help you to achieve something in your work and career, or in some kind of creative projects that you may have. Then we have Libra, and for Libra, the full moon falls in their 4th and 10th house. So it suggests that you can change something in your related to your home, or with some kind of property issues, or for example something related with your communication with family members. And now we have Scorpio. For Scorpio, the full moon falls in their 3rd and 9th house. So 3rd house is about being present. So what you do today, what you do, which are the small steps that you take in order to achieve your future goals. So the full moon in 3rd house actually can help you to change something in terms of the small steps that you need to take. So for example, if you have some kind of future goal, some kind of big goal in the future, but you are not so much aware of the small steps that you will take, that will take you to this final goal, then now the full moon can help you to see, to have a clearer vision about things. And for Sagittarius, the full moon falls in their 2nd and 8th house, which means that finances will be extremely important to them. For example, you may have some kind of financial success, or receive money from something that you have worked previously or you have started previously. So really your resources will be the area of changes for you. Then we have Capricorn. For Capricorn, the full moon falls in their 1st and 7th house. So really important full moon that can help you to change something related to your personal actions, with your personal activities. So really it's about yourself, and for example, what you want to change in yourself, or in your behavior, or even in your appearance. So very important full moon. Then we have Aquarius, and for Aquarius, the full moon falls in their 12th and 6th house. And this is about more, for example, changing something related with your past. So for example, how much do you allow your past to change you or to affect you? Also, it's a great time to work with some kind of emotions, or some kind of, for example, traumas that you may have from the past, and to try to release that, to try to set free from that. And finally, we have Pisces. For Pisces, the full moon will fall in their 11th and 5th house. So this is a great time to change something related with your friendships, or something with your social activities, activities that include many people, or communication with some kind of collectives of people. So for example, if you are part of some kind of social organization, or your friends, or other groups, then now you may achieve something which you do together with these people. Okay, so I believe these were the most important things that we had to discuss about this full moon. And now we may say what's happening during next week, so from 10th until the 16th of July. And basically we have two very important aspects. Two important aspects that happen only once a year. We have the Sun in opposition with Pluto, and Mars squaring Uranus. Both of these aspects happens only once a year, which means that this is something rare and important, of course, for all of us. So what does the opposition between the Sun and Pluto means? Again, this is an aspect that this is a challenging aspect that can bring some kind of tension, that requires from us to realize something. The oppositions are more kind of aspects that are not related to taking some concrete actions. They require from us to realize something, or they can also include communication with someone else. So for example, that's why in some cases they bring conflicts with others. But when we have Pluto This is a time when, for example, we may feel like somebody else, for example, is trying to manipulate us, or someone else is not being very accurate with us, or for example, we may reveal some kind of secrets. Pluto is the planet of secrets. So this opposition, for example, means that you may become aware of some of truth about something, which might be surprising, might be even painful, but at least you will be aware of the things. So things can come up on the surface and we may realize them. So be careful with your communication with others, and just be prepared that some people can be more suspicious also. It might be difficult to trust others, or you may feel like somebody else is trying to control you, and this is a very unpleasant situation for you. On the other hand, Pluto can help us to feel stronger, to feel empowered. So by communicating with someone else, we may feel empowered, we may feel stronger. Or for example, we may find someone who is like an example for us, or we want to to follow their steps, or at least to to use their experience as an example for what we want to achieve. So generally, empowering by communicating with someone else is the best manifestation of this aspect. The other aspect that we mentioned is the square between Mars and Uranus. It happens on the 29th degree, so Uranus is on the 29th degree in Aries, and Mars is on the 29th degree in Cancer. And this is a very interesting combination, again related with some kind of possible tension, and it can make us very impatient. Mars and Uranus, they are both related with being impatient, hurrying in something. Also, this aspect can be related with possible accidents, or people might be, for example, some kind of traumas are possible as well, or some unexpected things. So definitely try to avoid things that can lead to some kind of accidents. For example, some kind of extreme sports, or taking some kind of too big risks. Definitely we may want to do this, but try to take some time to think before you take the concrete actions, because they might be too impulsive, and later on you may feel sorry about it, or you may realize that if you had taken more time, then probably you wouldn't take this action. So we really need to take more time. On the other hand, if you need some kind of boost in order to take some steps, so for example, if you have been procrastinating something, or you have been hesitating, or you didn't have the courage to do something, then actually this aspect can help you to take these actions. So that's the positive side. And now we may say a few words about the moon. And on Monday and Tuesday, the moon is in Aquarius, which is a very positive sign related with the mood can be lighter, and we may feel more positive. It's a great day to communicate with friends, or to do something together with others, to be more socially active. And then on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, the moon is in Pisces, which is much more different sign, and this is a great day to relax, to focus more on some kind of things that require your imagination or creativity. This is the best thing you can do. But if you need to be really constant and hardworking, this is not the best. These are not the best days for you. And finally, on Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Aries, which again is a very big shift, which can help us to be more to be more active, to start something new, to take some risks, or to be more impulsive. And keep in mind that when the moon is in Aries, actually it will activate the square between Mars and Uranus. So probably these are the days that we may need to be more careful, because this impulsiveness can lead to some unexpected results for us. So I think that these were the most important indications for this full moon and for the upcoming week. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you have some kind of comments or you would like to share something, please leave your comments and I will be happy to read and answer to your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.